Good afternoon, students. Earlier class we discussed about intensity of electric field and electric field intensity due to one point charge and applications of field strength. So today we are going to explain electric field strength due to a uniformly charged rod. Uniformly charged rod. So before that, so here different charges are there. So first linear charge density. What is called linear charge density? The charge is formed per unit length. That is called a linear charge density. Linear charge density lambda is equal to dq by dl. dq by dl. So charge per unit length is called as linear charge density denoted by lambda. Okay. So if you take one uniform ring and a wire, so in that cases the charge is formed on length, that is called as linear charge density. And surface charge density, so denoted by sigma, that is equal to dq by ds. So charge per unit surface, that is called a surface charge density. So if you take one conducting sphere, so the charge is formed on the surface of the sphere. Okay. So next one is volume charge density. So volume charge density denoted by rho. Rho is equal to dq by v. So charge per unit volume, that is called as volume charge density. Okay. If you take a dielectric sphere, so the charge is formed on volume charge density. Okay, linear charge density, surface charge density, and volume charge density. So today we explain the electric field strength in different things. For example, uniformly charged rod. If you take uniformly charged rod at an axial point, so surface at an axial point of rod. So let us consider a uniform rod of length L. The charge is located on the surface of the length. Okay, length. So now we want to calculate electric field strength at point P, that is the distance from R. Distance from R. So before that we are taking one small element, that is called dx. From dx, the point P is from x distance. Okay. So let us consider one small element that is a dx. The charge on the element dx is, okay, charge located on the element dx is q by L dx. This is called a linear charge density, q by L dx. Okay, q by L dx. So we know that the electric field due to point charge at P, E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught dq by R square. And distance square. Here distance, how much distance from dx to P? X. So x square, dq by x square. This is the electric field intensity due to point dx element. Okay. So substitute the dq value here. So that is equal to dq is equal to q dx by L. So here dq is equal to q dx by L. So substitute the value q dx by x square L. X square into L. Okay. Now obtain the total electric field. We integrating the dE value. Integrating dE value from R to R plus L. R plus L. R plus L means total length. So from this end to point P, the total length L plus R, and this is R. So we are integrating from R to R plus L. So dE. Okay. So that is equal to integration dE is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q dx by x square into L, R to R plus L. Here remaining all are the constants here. q and by 4 pi epsilon naught and L are the constants. So integrating 1 by x square dx. So 1 by x square dx also written as x to the power of minus 2 dx, x to the power of n. We know that x to the power of n is equal to x to the power of n plus 1 by n plus 1. By using that relation, so the integration of 1 by x square value minus 1 by x limits are r to r plus L. So when we are substituting upper limit minus lower limit, instead of x substituting minus 1 by r plus 1 by L minus 1 by r. So minus into minus plus. That's why we wrote written as 1 by r minus 1 by r plus L. Okay, 1 by r plus L. So finally we are getting r plus L minus r by r into r plus L. So r get cancelled. We can find out q by 4 pi epsilon naught r into r plus L. This is the field strength at point P due to uniformly charged rod at an axial point. So now take at an equatorial point. So let us consider the length of the rod is L. So this is a equatorial point. So that is a perpendicular point. So this is a dx small d element. From the point P is located from the distance r. Here the distance is x, taking theta. So where d is the electric field strength due to dx element. So d is denoted two things. One is a parallel component d is cos theta and perpendicular component d sin theta. So perpendicular component both are cancelled at point P and okay. So perpendicular component is cancelled. So only parallel component d cos theta is there. By integrating d cos theta, we can find out the total field strength at point P. We can find out the total field strength at equatorial point by integrating d cos theta. Okay, so that is equal to here. We know that dq is equal to q by L into dx. This is a point charge located on the rod. So d is the electric field strength at point P, dq by 4 pi epsilon naught. Here r square plus x square distance. How much distance from dx? Here this is r, this is x. According to Pythagoras theory, this value should be equal to r square plus x square. R square plus x square. So here q by dx, instead of dq is equal to q by L into dx, 4 pi epsilon naught L into r square plus x square dx. So we can obtain the total field strength at point P due to the uniform that EP is equal to by integrating dE cos theta. So dE cos theta means what is the value of dE? This is the dE value. So cos theta, according to by using figure, cos theta is equal to cos theta. We know that adjacent side by hypotenuse. Here adjacent side is the r, hypotenuse is the r square plus x square. So r by and root of r square plus x square. This is the root actually. R square plus x square. Cos theta value, substituting a cos theta value. So r square plus x square and r square x square whole power 1 by 2. So here whole power 3 by 2. Right? So we know that tan theta value, tan theta opposite side by hypotenuse, opposite side by tan theta, opposite side by adjacent side, x by r, tan theta is equal to x by r. So x is equal to r tan theta. So by differentiating dx is equal to r sec square theta d theta. So substitute the value dx value r sec square d theta, and this value should be equal to r cube. So neglecting r, so x value, x is equal to r tan theta. So that should be equal to r cube sec cube theta. R cube sec cube theta. So both are cancelled here. 1 by sec theta should be equal to cos theta d theta. Integrating cos theta value should be equal to sin theta dx. So what is the value of sin theta? So by using this relation, sin theta means opposite side by hypotenuse. So sin theta means x by under root of r square plus x square. So substituting the x square value, sin theta value x by under root of x square plus r square. Apply limits minus L by 2 to plus L by 2. So this is the length, middle point we are taking the total length here L by 2 and L by 2. That's why we are taking limits minus L by 2 plus L by 2. Substituting these values. So limits, finally we are getting q by 4 pi epsilon naught 2 by and root of e square plus 4r square. This is the value of total field intensity due to an equatorial line. Okay, thank you.